All right, so today we're going to hop into a strategic session. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what we do here for our live coaching sessions. We're going to talk deeply about really changing your mindset, about burning procrastination, and more importantly, changing your vocabulary. What you say makes a huge impact on how you think. The composure of a man of war, the composure of a man who is really honing himself to a higher level starts from the ground up, literally from the ground up. And when I say ground, I'm talking about internally building your foundation, because in the end, if you don't have this foundation to step on, you have nothing, people. You have nothing. You can't just go from, where you think, where you paint a picture in your mind, where you are in your life, and then try to catapult and spring from there. If you don't have a foundation, what's going to happen is you're going to fall through that roof line right down to the foundation of that house. We are never going to, in situations that require us to step up to the challenge, we're never going to fall back on our highest level that we've ever been at. We're going to fall back to the lowest level of our foundation. That's just the name of the game. So if your foundation is higher, is stronger, your true level, you're that solid level where you're good here and you can fall back on that, and that's at a higher level than most other people, man, you're going to win that battle. You're going to win that fight. That's the name of the game. Now, I get a lot of guys that ask me about private coaching, right? And problem here is that my private type of coaching, I don't bullshit. I don't sugarcoat. I'm very direct and I'm results driven guy. Like, in other words, if we're going to push for this, you're going to get there. There is no fucking way you're not going to get there. All right. And that's the bottom line. We have a guy coming to me and say, hey, listen, I run a company. It's making $4 million a year. I need to get to 8 figures. Right. All right, cool. What's our outlook here? He says a year. I say 5 months. All right. Because every time that somebody puts out and extends out time, let me tell you what happens. We tend to procrastinate more and more and more. And the next thing is that year goes to 1.5 years, to 2 years, to 3 years, and now you're back in the funk of life. And when a man is presented with a challenge, when a man is presented with something that he has to show up for, rise up for, when he starts pushing it out and out and out in months and months and months and months, let me tell you what happens. 9 times out of 10, there is procrastination that takes over. There is that weakness of mind that takes over. And there is no shot in hell that I'm going to let that happen. Never. All right, because I know for a fact, seeing men, training men, thousands of men, I know that their composure is that the longer they put shit out, the higher the chances that they're never going to make it there. So I say this. You need to step up. You need to take care of business right here and right now, and stop with the procrastination. Stop with the things that you want to put in the back burner. Someday, maybe if I could, I would, I should. Get that out of your vocabulary completely. Those are bad words. Warrior men do not say those words. It's as simple as that. They don't think them, and they certainly don't live them. So what I'm asking every man here that's on this call, and any man that's going to be watching this video, is you start changing your vocabulary, and I promise you your perspective in life is going to change. And more importantly, listen to this, the way people see you, the way that they start thinking of you starts changing. And let me say a little bit about that. Every man out there, oh, fuck what people think about me. Who cares? Hey, man, nobody cares about what people think about you, about me. I'm the kind of guy that whatever, I don't give a fuck what others think about me. Let me say this. That's fucking bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. I'm not saying that because people think lowly of you or they spit hate your way, that you're not going to push forward and let that and use that and grow from that. But what I am saying is that no matter what, it's going to affect you. There is no way that the way people think about you is not something that is not going to affect you. As a matter of fact, if you're going to be successful in anything in life, you need to have people believe in your mission, believe in your vision, right? I mean, if everybody fucking hates you and thinks you're just a fucking asshole, not for anything, and they don't feel you don't have anything to offer, you're going to give a damn about what people say and think about you. That's the reality of life. So putting yourself out there in a way, not to please everyone, as a matter of fact, but to guide those people that can align themselves with your vision, to guide them, to help them, to improve them. That's what life is all about. No matter if you're a business owner, financial consultant, a real estate broker, coach, whatever it is, you are there to help people do something with their lives that will help them in some way, shape, or form. I mean, ultimately, that's what entrepreneurship is, right? Finding a problem and then resolving that problem. That's the bottom line. And people, and it's very simple, people that see that you have a resolution and that can then kind of align themselves with your vision and what message your company or yourself has to offer, that's a big deal. So the way you carry yourself, the way you articulate yourself, the way that you perceive life is hugely important in the way you live your life. So your vocabulary, the things that you think, the things that you speak, the things that you really manifest in your life are crucial in every way, shape, or form. So don't lie to yourself and start thinking and saying, well, no, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks, because that's not necessarily true. Okay? When we walk this road, this path together as warrior-minded men, we're going to have challenges. We're going to have discomfort. We're going to have situations in life where, man, you just don't want to get out of bed. As a matter of fact, today was one of those. For me, for example, I had, traveling, getting back from the crucible and then literally waking up, having 4 hours sleep, pushing, man. And then you get home and then I have to wake up early because I have to pick up someone from the airport and help my wife out and do this and that. By the time you know it, I'm fucking spent. So I get here in the morning this morning, and it's like my daughter wakes me up because we're picking up my son's girlfriend from the airport this morning at 4:30, and my daughter wakes me up. She's all excited at 4 o'clock in the morning. I feel like a truck just hit me, right? And when I woke up, literally, I don't even know where the fuck I was. I was so out of it because I'm exhausted. I needed the rest. And as I get up and I'm walking around, I'm like, fuck, man. But instead of going for a coffee and saying whatever, what I do is I go right into the fucking cold shower, baby. Okay? Typically, I'll dive in my pool. If it's nice and, I'm not saying it's super cold, but here in Florida, but it hits you nice. But, since I had to go and get ready, I hit the cold shower. That shit re-energized me. 3 minutes re-energized me. I was rolling and I was going. So rather than just kind of like, most men will drag ass, drink the coffee, honey, okay. I don't ever want that to happen. The same thing when I get home, right, and I've had a 12, a 13, a 14-hour days dealing with men of all levels and mindsets, and it's a psychologically, what I do, and especially for business owners, when I'm doing business consulting, and oh boy, it is psychologically, emotionally draining. So I get home and it's a lot of times, you just want to kick your feet up and just close your eyes and black yourself out for 30 minutes, right? Well, and I see my daughter, hey, she's waiting for me, or my son, they're waiting for me. They want to talk. They want to, she wants to play. She wants to dance with me. She wants to do that. And the second that I put my butt up and I put my feet, I realize that, fuck no, that is not the way I'm going to live my life ever. So I step up, I do my dance, I hang out, I whatever, and that's the way it goes. There is no such thing as me coming home and putting my feet up, and then that is a coward's way, a weak man's way to fucking shitland. Don't do that, okay? Force yourself into continue. You're good. You will be so grateful if you do that. And when she remembers you, or he remembers you, or the person, your loved one, to spend time with them, whatever it may be, they'll remember that you got home and you gave them, you switched hats and you gave them that time. And that's how I want my kids to remember me, specifically thinking, hey, I'm giving them that time. So when it's all said and done, and this is, when I put my head on the pillow at night, I know that I've given it my all. I know that I've left everything on the table. I know that I've lived my day to the fullest. And changing your vocabulary and changing your perspective helps you really feed that energy into your soul. It really does.